What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Today is Sukkot. It's a Jewish holiday, Sukkot, Sukkot.
And what is where's David?
David!
Where's David?
I'm not sure.
I think
Today and tomorrow.
we should find out what this holiday is through our own Jewish intern,
Wait for your music, you
David.
dope.
David.
Where's his music? Do we have his music?
Of course. Just look under Jewish song.
So,
All
right, come on in, David.
David? There's my David. David's got a fresh haircut. You look very good.
It's good. What'd you model after this boy's life? I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Where'd you go? The lemon tree?
take your time.
Good
morning.
If I was a rich man, figured I'd sing a little song.
What's up?
So anyway, do you know anything about this holiday?
I know some.
What's it called?
Sukkot.
Sukkot.
Yes.
I like that. It's got Sue in it, so you know it's a
Jewish
Jewish.
coat.
Bernstein versus coat. Sukkot. Okay.
Yes.
And what is this holiday? What does it represent? I know there's a lot of tradition, very old world stuff with Jewish holidays. What is this one, David?
Well, it's just it literally means Feast of the Tabernacles in English. That's what it is.
What's it mean?
It's called for some. It's called Feast of the Tabernacles. Is what it is in the English. Yeah, whatever that means. That's what it is.
Tabernacles.
Feast of the what?
Feast of the Tabernacles. Yeah.
That's where you draw that out. Tabernacle.
Tabernacles. That's how he says it. Feast
That's
of the
correct,
Tabernacle.
It is a harvest event. Some of it is promoting like
What's the feast of what?
the Tabernacles.
Tabernacle.
And some of it is like has to do with like a feast of like harvest, like you represent like the different like when the Jews went out and like harvested all their fruits and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And there's a certain little like tree type thing that you do and you take to the temple and you move around, you shake around like it's called a lulav, and you shake it around. And there's
shake the lulav.
Yes, and then there's also an etrog. It's like a lemon.
Etrog.
It's like a lemon type thing that you hold next to it when you're shaking the lulav.
You hold a lulav and a lemon thing?
It's called an etrog. It's like a lemon. It's sort of like a lemon, but it's much, much, much sour, and you don't want to. Yeah.
Of course. Why would it taste good?
Yeah.
Bitter.
Correct.
You and your bitter herbs.
What do you do with the lemon thing?
Yeah.
You just hold it when you're shaking the lulav.
Why do you shake the lulav?
I don't really know like, all the rules. There's like different rules, and there's ways that you shake it. Like you have to go like to one corner of your behind you, in front of you, and to the right, to the left. There's always different rules of how you shake it.
So
And there's more about Sukkot. Like you have to like remember how when the Jews were like wandering around in the desert and they didn't have anywhere to live and they had to like make tents, so you have to live like out for it's a week, and you have to live for a whole week in a tent.
Stop it.
David.
I'm serious. You have to live in a tent for a week.
You have to live in a tent for what kind of religion is this, David?
Well, it's not a tent. It's like Sukkot. So it's called a sukkah. You have to live in a sukkah, and you and it has like walls, and you decorate it with like trees.
Because it's sukkahs.
Yes, but it's not a tent. It's not like a tent, like a real tent shape. It's like a square thing you live in. On the top of it, you decorate it with like leaves and tree branches on the top of the tent.
Really roughing it.
Yeah.
What is it? A special tent? Like, do you buy this thing just?
You can
for
buy
this?
it at like Jewish
at Jewish stores.
At a Jewish store, you can buy it. They have pre-made ones that you can buy, so you don't have to worry about assembling it on your own.
And then you go into your backyard,
well,
or
you
is
have to
this
like
done in
attach
your
it to
living
like
room?
you have to attach it to like the side of your house, and you're supposed to live in there. You're supposed to sleep in there for the whole entire week and eat your
But
meals
what if
in the
it's
tent.
cold?
You have to you wear a blanket. And you have to put a bed in there, like really, really ultra orthodox
And
Jews.
how do you do it in Manhattan?
It's tough, man. It's tough for this.
You have a tent
You have to
outside
do
your
it
building?
on like your fire escape. Like
I've seen some homeless people that celebrate that every day with a blue tarp.
some like super duper Orthodox Jews like sleep in the sukkah for the whole entire week. They sleep there and they eat all their meals there. They don't leave it. They like live in that for the whole week.
They go to the bathroom in it too?
Yeah, what about that?
So you guys are like...
I don't know. That's a good question.
You guys are going against your religion, man, because we don't see a lot of tents.
Yeah.
They're around. It's kind of hard to do make a tent. Do the tent on an apartment building.
Yeah. But
some Jews like put the tent on their fire escape.
But just because it's hard, you still got to do it, or whatever happens to you guys when you die is not going to happen.
Religion ain't easy.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just decide that this is one we're not going to do anymore. God doesn't look at that stuff or whatever you pray to, the Jehovah's or whatever you said
he's not
last
like,
week.
he lives in the city, I'll cut him some slack.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You better get your tents and get to the parks.
Get your tent.
Yeah.
A tent.
Man.
This represents being lost, or just wandering the desert. And
It has something to do with remembering how a lot of the Jews lived out in the fields, and when they did the harvest and they wandered around, they didn't have
fight
anywhere
for
to go.
their meals.
Yeah, so they lived so when they were living outside, they lived in a tent type thing. So they have to remember that. So you eat your meals there, you live in it, you sleep in it.
Wow.
Your religion has a lot of "I'm not worthy"
It's
stuff.
a lot of just
I'm
let
not
me
worthy.
suffer and feel bad and just
Right.
oh wow. Have some fun. Lighten up, Jewish people. Do you have a fun holiday? I know I said like that, and you said Hanukkah. But
Hanukkah is pretty much the only
it.
fun holiday. There's Passover. It's not fun at all because on Passover,
No.
Passover you can't eat any bread or grain.
no, you eat unleavened bread.
You eat matzah. Yeah, that's not fun.
And bitter herbs.
Correct. Bitter herb.
What's wrong with you guys?
Because it's got to remind you of the bitterness, the
bitterness and the tears that were
and
streaming
the
down.
tears.
The tears, yeah.
Oh my God! As this bad spirit passed over your door because you put the lamb's blood on it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and that was to keep the boogeyman away, so he wouldn't take your firstborn.
Right.
Firstborn,
well,
male, I think, right? Was it the
Yeah.
guy? Yeah.
we got a tent city happening here in the city. Andy in Queens, what do you got?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Shalom, David.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, when you drive down Bedford Avenue through Williamsburg there, the Orthodox area, they have those tents built out of tarps and 2x4s on every back patio of the apartments, the high-rises and everything, the projects. They just have the tents built right on the patios outside at a blue tarp and 2x4s.
Well, how about that?
Wow.
Who knew?
We learned something new today.
We always do.
And we'll forget it by tomorrow.
With David.
Yeah.
I'll remind you tomorrow that the holiday's the whole week.
It's the whole week,
Yes.
and you can
The whole week, Anthony.
and you can go. You could go to work and everything. You just gotta.
Yeah, you can go to work. Yeah.
And it's no sundown thing where you gotta be home by sundown kind of a thing.
No.
No, this time you just have to live in a tent.
You live in
Last
a
week
tent.
was sundown stuff. This week is live in a tent.
Live in a tent and shaking a lulav and etrog when you're in the temple.
Is there ever not a Jewish holiday?
There's always a Jewish holiday.
It seems like there's always something for the Jews to have to do.
There's one day like later on when was the destruction of the Holy Temple and you have to fast for the whole day just to commemorate the destruction of the Holy Temple one
Right.
day. That's a fast. They make up rules when you have to fast and stuff.
Wow. Instead of all this fasting, you guys could have built another temple.
Yeah. Why just sit there and go, oh, the destruction of the temple, let's not eat.
Pick up
How
a
about
hammer.
You eat a big meal, you get some energy, and start swinging a hammer.
That's good. That's a good
Why
point.
not?
Yeah. Jeez. We can solve your problems that this religion has.
Wow, David.
All right, David. It's a short one today. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So
thank you.
It's called Sukkot.
Sukkot, correct.
Sukkot.
Sukkot or Feast of the Tabernacles.
Someone was saying Ocean
Tabernacle.
Parkway has a ton of tents today. That's a highway.
No, the Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn.
Oh, all right, Joe. What do you got? Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe in Brooklyn. Yeah, go, Joe.
Yeah, they're all over in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys gotta
I used to
teach
live
Jews,
around
they
there.
run the whole country, Anthony. What are we going to do?
Like he's in the, hey, what are we going to do? Like, I have the plan.
All right, so if you see tents out there, that's what's going on.
That's what's going on. Now you know. You know something? I think this is good.
You think?
It educates everybody to other people's religions, and you're not sitting there going, what the hell is that? Like, I would be driving through Brooklyn or something and look and go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Is everyone renovating their patio or something? Or, well, but now you look and go, okay, it's Sukkot.
All right.
And those are sukkahs.
Let's see how
Correct.
many.
You got to shake the thing in the lemon.
Let's see how many days we go in a row with another religious holiday.
Yeah.
Today is Sukkot.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
That's the whole week.
Well, the whole week. So
The
then
week
we got to
of
start
Sukkot.
worrying about next week what
Yeah.
religious holiday it is.
David, is that all it's called, is Sukkot?
Yes.
What's another name for it?
Oh, Feast of the Tabernacles.
Knuckles.
Tabernacles. On
Feast
the
of the-
special endeavor.
Feast of the Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
I don't know what a tabernacle is, but that's what it's called.
It's a course or something. All right, we do have to take a break.
I want to hang out with David.
Thank you, David.
I think
Oh,
David,
is
You're
that
welcome.
one right there?
That'd be
Is that a
fun
picture
guy.
of a? Boy,
That's
it looks like the wind comes right in that thing.
That's one of your tents?
That's it.
Even when you make a tent, you got to suffer.
If it rains, you get wet.
Yeah.
It's
How
like
about a roof on
it's
your
supposed to be like
tent?
a happy thing, the tent, and you decorate it with all these like decorations, and like you put like pieces of fruit all around it, and you decorate it, make it look
It
nice.
brings bugs and
How about
flies.
waterproof?
It certainly
and,
does.
and the homeless. What's wrong with you guys?
And you put like leaves and branches on the top of it.
Yeah.
Ew, huh?
Why don't you just put a tarp on the top so it's dry?
So you don't get wet.
And how many of you guys are sneaking inside at night because you can't deal with the tent?
Oy vey, I need something out of the fridge.
No, but as is the Jewish religion, there's all these rules. So there's rules of like how much space you're supposed to have on the top of the tent. There's only supposed to be enough space so you can at night you can see like the stars above you. If you can see like too much from the top, then there's too much space. You have to only have a certain amount of space on the top.
And then what
Wow.
happens? What happens when you die if there was too much of that
Said
going
your
on?
sukkah was too big, idiot.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah, there's
got-
certain rules. Like
now you
there's
got
dimensions
problems.
of how much the sukkah is. There's dimensions.
Yeah,
How-
40 cubits.
Yeah, cubits, something like that. Yeah.
You know, if I was you, I would just like blow all this off and have a hell of a life because you're not going to be
Yeah.
perfect with this religion. And when you go and see whoever after you die, they're gonna show you all the crap you did wrong.
I never knew like God had a building code.
Right,
Does he send
right.
an inspector out and,
He does.
your sukkah's too big. We're going to fine you.
It does. There's rules.
There is
Yeah.
rules. Yeah, that's just a little trellis sukkah there. All right. Well, you know something, David? Always an education with you. I'm glad we got a Jewish intern on board to help us out with
There's
this.
so many rules. Like if you shake the lulav and you put it over the left hand first instead of the right hand first, you're in trouble.
Wow, no.
I don't even know how you'd fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just burn. All right, David, we have to take a break.
Yep.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Scram.
Yeah.
Opie and
Hit the
Anthony.
bricks.